Hello my friends, how are you? So, the Ukrainian military has released a number of drone videos from the area of Bakhmut showing mechanized units of the 3rd Seperate Assault Brigade attempting to break through the Russian lines towards Klishchiivka. The interesting thing here is that it appears the Russians put up more heavier resistance than we were used to seeing on this particular part of the front line before. There was an increased use of anti-tank weapons, forcing these two tanks to deploy smoke to obscure the line of sight on them, for example. All in all, the intensity of the fighting appeared to be much higher than in the previous videos we saw. Here we can see one Ukrainian tank that took a direct hit from an anti-tank weapon but stayed in the fight. The presence of Russian anti-tank weapons, together with their willingness to fight, did not stop the Ukrainians from employing their standard mechanized assault tactics. As documented in previous cases, tanks were used as enabling elements to cover the advance of mechanized infantry. Here I would like to draw your attention to the BMP-1 infantry fighting vehicle, from which the Ukrainians dismount right here on the right side of the screen. It appears that this BMP is most likely in replacement for another APC that was operating in the same area before but got hit by anti-tank fire. The APC that got replaced by the BMP was most likely a Dutch M113 that got hit by an RPG. There was a video released by the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade that showed a burnt out Dutch M113 variant that allegedly got hit and kept on driving for several kilometers before the crew gave up on the vehicle. I include the pictures here. This happened about 2 weeks ago or so the Ukrainians are trying to break through this particular part of the front for some time now. It seems over the last couple of weeks they've frequently conducted a number of harassment and probing attacks on this particular position in order to weaken and exhaust the Russian defenders there. While the Ukrainians faced more resistance than usual, in the end, they were able to build up enough pressure to force the Russian defenders to flee. Here we can see them running away under Ukrainian fire. The Ukrainians, however, did not man the now empty fighting positions, but decided to mount back to their vehicles, either to exfiltrate or to follow the now fleeing Russian soldiers. Both options would make sense here. Exfiltrating would be a logical choice if the Ukrainians were well aware that the Russians might have already ranged in on the area in anticipation of a Ukrainian attack. Leaving as soon as possible would help them to avoid exposure to artillery fire. On the other hand, following the fleeing Russians would also make sense when considering the fact that there are a number of other Russian trenches and dugouts in the area and not all of them are manned. It is likely that the Russians were on their way back to a fallback trench to reorganize. Disrupting this attempt would have tactical value for the Ukrainians. A few of you might remember that I already did a video on a Ukrainian fire team who was conducting a probing attack in the very same spot. I will include it in the end card of the video since the algorithm effectively buried it. So if you're one of the many who haven't already seen it, you can watch it there to get a better picture of the whole situation. That's it for this battle report, guys. Make sure to leave a like and comment with your thoughts. Also, you're very much invited to share this video wherever you can. Currently this channel has a hard time. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell in order to enable notifications so you don't miss any further uploads. Thank you very much. Till the next time.